All right, let's talk about Hurry Up Tomorrow. Oh boy, this is a movie that before I saw it, I already knew it was kind of bad. It had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and just in case you're one of those people, there are people out there that tell you don't pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes scores, and 9 times out of 10, absolutely. But if a movie is getting a 20% and below rating, chances are the fucking movie's bad. Like, don't even, like, waste your time. And I usually don't say that, but I'm sorry. Like, when it's that low, that's just the facts. There are movies that are, uh, movies that by Rotten Tomatoes that have like low Rotten Tomatoes scores, and they're actually pretty good. But if they're 20% below, like, you're not in for it. Nevertheless, I had to watch a movie for you guys on this channel because I try to review a new movie on my main channel, new movie on my second channel, and there was only 2 new movies this week because next week is a pretty packed week with Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch and stuff like that. So yeah. By the way, my review for Mission Impossible will be late just because I'm waiting to see it with some family when they come to visit. So just know that. I apologize. Nothing I can do about that. But yeah, I'm just saying all this to explain ramble, 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 yada, yada, yada. Let's talk about the movie. I did want to see it for myself and judge it. And I sat down and I hated this movie so bad that I almost didn't sit through all of it. It was just like, here's the thing. I don't know anything about The Weeknd. Like, I didn't even know this movie was based on his album until later on after seeing the movie. Like, I didn't know that about the people told me I knew it before I went into the movie, but it took me a while to even know that. Like, I just didn't know. Never heard the album, and I just don't know anything about The Weeknd. Don't really listen to his stuff, but honestly, sitting down and watching this movie, as someone who loves musicians, there are a lot of these really cool movies based on albums that I really enjoy. Like Pink Floyd's The Wall, uh, some other ones I'm not thinking off the top of my head, but you know what I mean? Like, I like those kind of movies, concert movies, musician type movies. So I get people who are a big fan of The Weeknd who may actually be into this one and really enjoy it, or have a soft spot for it just because they are a fan. Totally get that. But as someone who doesn't know much about The Weeknd and just watching this movie, I was just like, what the fuck? First of all, this movie is marketed with Jenna Ortega's involvement. She's barely in the movie. I don't even think that she really plays a part majorly until like the last hour. And she carries a lot of the movie at that point on her shoulders because she's a better actor than The Weeknd. I get when you watch his acting in this movie, you get the vibe that he's an actor that kind of has this tone of like he's not really used to acting, so he just kind of confuses like if you were going to ask your average person, what do you think makes a really good acting? And they'll, or have you ever, actually, here's a better way of describing it. Have you ever seen on YouTube, there's best acting compilations? And it's always like the most dramatic scenes of people screaming and yelling. And don't get me wrong, some of those scenes are really good. But good acting is kind of all of it. Like, you have to be nuanced. You have to be a little bit quiet sometimes. You have to be a little more pronounced, certain things like that. It's a whole thing, and it's nuance and performances that really make them strong, right? Sure, it's great when Nicolas Cage does the screaming and yelling in certain movies. I don't know. I'm trying to think of one on the top of my head. It's hard at the moment because I'm tired. But you know what I get? You know what I mean? Like, it's just you can see that kind of tone in that kind of stuff. But then you just watch this movie, and that's not what you see. You just see like him crying a lot. And also, this movie is just irritating to watch because there's not a single shot for any scene of this movie that is not in somebody's fucking face, to the point where it's uncomfortable and it's gross. This movie, actually, I just watched this movie and I'm like, whoever directed this is failing on every level to direct a fucking movie. Just every fucking level. Like, it's probably the worst directed movie I've seen this year. It's not the worst movie I've seen this year. It's definitely the worst directed. Like, if it doesn't get a Razzie for, like, worst directing, like, holy shit. Like, it's just, what the fuck was this movie? I was just so lost. Also, The Weeknd is a dick in this movie, like, the whole time. It just is a movie that I was just sitting there so fucking confused and lost and just not understanding what the point and goals of this movie were. It was very bad. Please do not go see this one unless you're a huge fan of The Weeknd and you feel like you're going to get something out of it. Normally I try to be that guy of like, well, go see it, judge for yourself, but this is one of those times where judging for yourself is just a waste of 2 hours. That's very painful.